Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Newmark, and DJNTV Insiders.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of DraxBytes. I'll be your host. My name's Drax. Kind of fits, right? DraxBytes. We're focusing on content in nuggetized, bite-sized chunks. That's why it's DraxBytes, because we deal with a lot of technology and different topics. This episode today is going to be rewind. Yep, we're going to rewind the past 14 days and talk about a lot of different things. For a lot of people in the industry, this is the first official week back after the big trade show in Las Vegas. Now, there was two shows. There was the Mobile Beat Show and the Photo Booth Expo. Huge shows. We're not going to really get into the proclivities of each, but what I want to talk to you about is you. All right, if you attended one of those shows, why? Why did you attend? Did you take good notes? And more importantly, I'm hoping that you did. I'm hoping that you got tons of actionable content, tons of great ideas from attending the show. But now what I want to focus on is, it's a week later. What have you done about it? Have you implemented anything? Have you even pulled out the notebook with all the notes, or looked at your phone or your tablet, however you recorded the notes? That is the number one thing that bothers me with people going to conventions. They go, they get all amped up, they have a party, and they never actually implement anything that they were taught or learned in the hallway or in a seminar, or unfortunately sometimes even in a workshop. So the focus tonight is about focus. It's rewinding back to talk about things, but it's about focus. Have you come home excited? Let's hope so. Have you focused on your business? Have you put together a plan that's going to cause your business to have more success? You know, I'm the king of the business plan. You got to have one. So the focus in thinking about that is, what action items did you take from the show? The first thing I always do when I go to a conference is I go through all the notes and I make another list. And the list is the action items. Which one is first, second, third, fourth, listing down all of the various things I was impressed with, and prioritize them in when I could implement them. Because honestly, if you really go and you absorb and you learn and there's all these things, your head gets about like this big, and you can't even possibly come to fathom it all because it's overload. You've got to now take that and parse it down and say, what is the single most important thing I learned last week, and how will I implement it this month? See, that's the importance of going to a conference and learning something, is to get busy with it, to implement it, to refine it, hone it, make it your own, but to do it, to do something with it. You have to do that. And so with it, I want to focus on you. What were your action items? Here's a good way to do it. List down 1 to 10. Don't go more than 10. And list the items of your notes that you felt most important, 1 to 10. And then draw another line down it, and then have your action. What the action is, what you're specifically physically going to do to implement that. And don't start on 10 things and start doing all 10 things. That's really not a great way to do it, because you do all of them poorly. Instead, focus on one. Focus on number one and work on it. Focus on driving home the action item. How do I take that concept and apply it? And now after you've got your action, what you're going to do, you draw another line down, and that's the results. That's the measurement. Because you see, learning something new and even putting it into action is absolutely pointless if you don't have a vehicle to measure its result and its impact on your business. Because isn't that why we make any changes? Is to have an impact on the business. So now that you've got those three things, obviously the results will be something you have to come back to later. So when you're doing that, put them in place for a period of time. a week, a month, and come back and revisit and measure the result. With that, in the actions should be how you'll measure the result. Is it more sales? Is it a warmer response from the audience? Is it a better impression from potential customers? Is it relating better with your staff? And it doesn't matter whether you're a photo boother or a DJ. What did you learn? How will you apply it? And how will you measure its effectiveness? Those are the things that I think are super important. Now, let's rewind a little bit back to the metric system. A number of people have messaged me and written to me asking about the metric system. Here's an idea. You hear the term opportunity cost floated about often. In the long and the short, what opportunity cost is what you're giving up to do something else. For example, if you have an offer for a lower priced event, the opportunity cost you're giving up is an event at full price. Now, as the date range winnows down to a smaller amount, the opportunity cost can diminish because you may not get a full priced event coming in, but if you've done good marketing, you will. And so at that point, the opportunity cost reduces. So that's the basis of it. What does it cost you to do that? I'd put another intangible in there. The opportunity cost of lost time with family and friends. You see, because I pretty much bet when you die, your last breath won't be, I wished I'd have done one more party. I wished I'd have had one more meeting. I wish. I think it'll be, I wished I spent more time with those I love and with my family and my friends. And so keep that top of mind. Family first. Because a great person once said, no other success can compensate for failure in the home. So if you're a parent, remember you've only got a limited window to shepherd your kids. Make your business highly successful so you have maximum time to be a good parent, to give good memories to your children, to have a great quality of life. Because after all, nothing we do in business is worth doing if we die alone and miserable. Everything we do in business is really about supporting our life, supporting our livelihood or our things that we love to do, our hobbies, our interests, and doing it with those that we love and care and cherish. That's the focus of what business is. Business isn't just to work your butt off until you die. So now as we look at the metric systems, start to think about how you could measure your business. Are you keeping a monthly log of inquiries, dates, times, and types of event? If not, do so. Are you keeping track of your closure rate? How many events do you book for every 100 calls or contacts? You need to know that. You need to keep that, and you need to keep it organized by date so that at any given time you could say, this is how many people will typically contact me year over year over year for the third Saturday of June, or New Year's Eve, or Christmas Eve, or any day on your calendar. These things will be important for you historically as you look to grow your business. Because here's the thing, you can't just go out and double your business and have that work. Now, there are some that it will work for, but the vast majority it will never work for because they haven't developed the ability to show why they're worth more. They haven't developed the ability to communicate it effectively to a customer, why they're worth more. So you want to look at everything from a position of metrics. The quickest, easiest way to charge the maximum amount of money and work the maximum number of dates is a written business plan with a marketing plan of how you reach potential customers and metrics that measure your result. That's really it. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's a little more complicated. But it's not hard if you take it in nuggets, just little bite-sized pieces. Start with your business plan. Start with how to figure out who it is that hires you, where they found you, how do you find more of them, and then migrate into the metric system so that you know exactly how many people you need to reach in order to have a full calendar at 42 events a year at your maximum earning potential. Again, it does you no good to charge a lot of money and work a handful of dates unless that fee and those handful of dates equates to a full-time income, i.e., you don't need a day job, i.e., you could fully fund your entire life from doing it. That's my thrust, is not to charge more, work less, and still need a day job or a wife's job to supplement your life so that you have health care and other things, but rather teach you how to build a real business that is not only survivable and scalable, but sellable. Because in the end of the day, even if you're a single op, you can have a very sellable business if you didn't name it Bob's DJ Service or Bob Smith's DJ Service, your name. You want to have a name that imparts something that can be sold. A good colleague of mine in Phoenix, his company is called Just Weddings. He only does weddings. He's a single op, and he has over time had people working for him, but he has a business as a single op that will be highly sellable because of the market reputation he's established. Now, he won't be in it, but that brand point will be worth something. So think about those things. As we come back to conferences, I want to tell you about a couple of great ones coming up. Coming up next in our lineup is Midwest DJs Live. It's going to be the end of April, 1st of May. It's going to be a great 2-day event in Milwaukee. You got to be there. Go to MidwestDJsLive.com. Find them on Facebook. It's going to be a great conference with some great education. Coming up after that in the Southeast will be the Armed DJs event, another spectacular event. That should be, I believe it's going to be like the 17th through the 19th of June. A fabulous event. We've been big sponsors, ADJA and the Photo Booth Association, for a number of years. Again, this is a great opportunity because these events are regional, which means they're not going to be 5,000 people. There'll be 100, 150-ish people, but you'll get to know everybody in the room, and you'll get to really develop friendships with people in other markets that can help you learn and grow and develop your business. Coming up in July is the Marquee Show. This is a national DJ and photo booth show. If you go to the Marquee Show on the internet, go to Marquee Show on Facebook, you will see a lineup of presenters that will just make your mind explode. Open up, and the quality that Casey has brought to the table is literally epic. I don't recall any other show that ever has brought such a talented speaker lineup with depth and breadth. It's just going to be a great show. And if you're a member of ADJA or the Photo Booth Association, we have a great discount for you on passes because, of course, we're going to hook you up on the best ways to save money on education. Again, last week we apologized for not being live from Las Vegas. What can I say? It was Las Vegas. It was just hectic. But John and I are going to get together, and we are going to recap our thoughts of the respective shows at a future point. But we want you to make your comments down below right here. Put them in the comment field. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Hugo Drax or 4ADJA or the Photo Booth Association. You can reach me through email, office@ADJA, or admin at the Photo Booth Association. We're here to help you build and grow your business, to teach you the concepts that will make you successful, that will help you to have a great, if not a wonderful life. Thanks again. My name's Drax. It's been my pleasure to be your host. Look for us next week, and we'll dive deeper into the technology of business. Peace out.